Sure is a nice day, isn't it, Miss Wesley?
Now, how can you tell, Tom? All you do is go up and down in the elevator all day long.
When I'm on the main floor, I can sneak a look out the front door to keep myself posted.
Oh, I see.
Here's your floor, Miss Wesley.
Thank you. When Mr. Boston Blackie arrives, bring him right up, will you?
Sure will.
Oh, Tom. Tom, quick, come here.
Holy mackerel.
No,
Will you?
don't jump, please.
See, Miss Wesley, grab her quick. I'm coming.
Get away from that window. Get away.
Grab her.
Let go of me. Let go of me. You're much longer.
I'm going. There.
Oh, let me jump, please. Grab her on. You have no right to stop me. Oh, all right. Well, you shouldn't have stopped me. You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. 25 stories, lady, in town all the way.
Let's take you to my apartment, Tom.
Yes, ma'am. Good thing we got here.
No, you've just postponed it. I tell you, I've got to die.
Now meet Richard Calmer's Boston Blackie. Enemy to those who make him an enemy, friend to those who have no friend.
Oh, Blackie, I'm glad you're here. I couldn't do a thing with it.
That's all right, Mary. Maybe I can do something.
Hi, Miss Wood. Hello, Shorty. Anything I can do?
Be a nice boy, Shorty. Nice and quiet.
Oh, sure, boy.
Mary, what's this girl's name?
I don't know. She won't tell me.
Look, Miss, whatever your name is.
Please, I want to die. Can't you let me alone?
Look, nothing can be as bad as all that.
Please let me go.
When you're all right, we'll let you go.
I'm all right now.
Jump out the window again? Oh, no.
Please, I want to die. I have to die.
Won't you tell us your name?
No.
Look in a purse, Mary, and see if you can find a name and address.
All right. You don't understand, either one of you.
We understand perfectly. That's why we want to help you.
No one can help me.
My, this is a beautiful purse. Ooh, no wonder. It's a hazel.
What about identification?
Well, there doesn't seem to be much of anything in it. This card,
Let's see it.
there's a name written on it in pencil. Oscar Wolfe. Here.
Hi.
boss.
Look, Miss, what's his name? Are you Mrs. Oscar Wolfe?
No. If you must know my name, it's Larson. Mrs. Janice Larson.
Hey, boss.
Just a minute, Shorty. Look, Mrs. Larson, what's your connection with Oscar Wolfe?
He's the reason that I...
In words, then, he's making trouble for you.
That guy Wolf makes trouble for everybody, boy.
You know him, Shorty?
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Please let me go, will you?
Not yet. Try to keep it quiet, will you, Mary?
Come on.
Shorty, how do you happen to know Oscar Wolfe?
Well, I guess I shouldn't have said nothing, Blackie, but me and my pals are going to take care of Wolf our own way.
Now, wait a minute, Shortman. You know better than to get into trouble again.
Yeah. What me and my pals are figuring on doing to this Wolf ain't no trouble, boss. That's a pleasure.
You let me handle Wolfe for you.
No, thanks, boss.
Where can I see him, Shorty?
Now, look, please, boss, stay away from him,
Look,
will you?
Mrs. Lawson, maybe you'll be able to tell me where I can get in touch with Mr. Wolfe.
I can't tell you.
All right, Shorty.
Oh, Blackie, do I have to?
What's his address?
Well, all right. Got an office in a hollow building, number 2121. But that's just the front.
Thanks, Shorty. And Mrs. Lawson, cheer up. When I find out what's behind that front, I'll be back.
Take the phone, take a letter to Mr. Robert Hyman. Dear Mr. Hyman, how are you? I am fine. I am fine. Period, semicolon. It's a regular professional. Now, let's see how it comes back. So you push the desk phone needle back. So. sorry.
Listen, we're having a visitor in a few minutes.
Yeah?
Boston Blackie.
Yeah?
He phoned from downstairs. He's on his way up.
Yeah?
Do you have to answer yeah to everything I say?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know why Boston Blackie suddenly wants to see me, but I have a good idea. Probably found out what we're up to.
Yeah.
All right, maybe Blackie knows nothing, so no rough stuff unless it's necessary.
Now, when you say the word, Mr. Wolfe.
I'm going to let you decide when and if this Blackie needs your attention. When he comes in, send him right into my office. You sit here at your desk and listen in through the interoffice telephone. Understand?
Sure.
And don't take time off to play with that dictaphone.
No, listening in on you will be just as much fun.
All right. If what Blackie talks to me about hits too close to home, you come into my office and get rid of him.
Rough stuff, maybe, huh?
Only if necessary. Understand?
Yeah.
That's probably Blackie out in the hall now. Wait a minute and then send him into my office.
Yeah, Mr. Wolfe. Da-dum, da-da-da-dum, dum, da-da-da. Come in.
Is Oscar Wolfe's office?
Yeah.
I'm Boston Blackie. I just phoned and made an appointment. Mr. Wolfe.
Yeah, go right in. He's waiting for you.
Thanks.
The door right there.
Thank you. Miss Wolfe,
Come in.
I'm Boston Blackie.
And to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
It may not be a pleasure, Wolfe. You know, you look very familiar to me.
I get out and around.
I think you mean in and out, Wolfe. In and out of jail.
I've never been in jail.
Not under the name of Oscar Wolfe.
What do you mean?
I came here with the idea that I was going to talk to a semi-legitimate businessman about some clients of his. I didn't know I was going to talk to you. You don't have clients, you have victims.
Well, go ahead.
Look, Wolfe, I don't know what your racket is, but that's only because I haven't bothered to check into it yet.
Is this the beginning of a threat?
That depends on you. It might only be a warning. But leave certain friends of mine alone, or I'll not only break your racket, but your neck along with it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you know what I mean, don't you?
You propose violence to put an end to my business.
And to you, too, Wolfe.
Are you suggesting, Blackie, that you'll go so far as to kill me?
Why not? Nobody'd miss you except the people your death would make happy.
You entertain rather morbid thoughts.
I'm the entertaining type. But don't let these friends of mine have any more trouble with you, Wolfe. That's all I've got to say.
I still don't know what... Yes, Jeter? Yes, he is. But I think he's leaving.
Yes, I guess I am.
Goodbye, Blackie.
If I were you, I'd keep hoping this is goodbye.
Well, Jeter, I'm glad you didn't forget to listen in on the interoffice phone.
Did more than that, Mr. Wolfe. And not only listened, I took down everything he said on a dictaphone.
Won't you ever stop playing with that dictaphone?
Oh, boys, it was fun. Now I got something else to listen to besides the dictaphone coming back to me.
All right. Where's the guy who calls himself Jeter?
Here, Inspector Body, here. You want to talk to me, huh?
Yeah. When you came into this office this morning, you find your boss's body, huh?
Yeah.
Did you know Oscar Wolfe was really Teddy Pascal?
It was Mr. Wolfe.
You look dumb enough to believe that. Who's been gunning for him lately?
Nobody.
Come on. A guy like Wolfe has guys waiting for him in every corner. Who could have come in here and let Wolfe have it?
Oh. A man came in here yesterday and said he would like to kill Mr. Wolfe.
Know the man's name?
Boston Blackie.
What? No, I don't believe it. This is one time I won't be talked into thinking Blackie killed a guy.
I have a dictaphone record that talks back Blackie and Mr. Wolfe.
You better talk sense.
You won't believe me? Listen. Play it for you. Now listen.
Are you suggesting, Blackie, that you'll go so far as to kill me?
Why not? Nobody miss you except the people your death would make happy.
You entertain rather morbid thoughts.
Stop that thing.
Good, Inspector.
That was Blackie talking, all right. This is one time Blackie's talked himself into a charge of murder.
I don't think Wolfe will bother you again, Shorty.
Oh, me and the boys are seeing to that, Blackie. In fact, we might have seen to it already.
Huh? What does that mean?
Oh, nothing, boy.
Shorty, if you're up to anything,
No.
I'll get it. Probably the laundry. See if my fountain pen's in the bedroom, will you, Shorty? I've been missing it.
Oh, sure, boy.
All right. Now, what do you...
Hello, Blackie.
Well, Inspector Faraday. I suppose I have to invite you in.
I'll come in anyhow.
I'm sure of that. I was just thinking about you. Oh, rather, I was thinking about absolutely nothing, and that's the same thing.
Don't try any tricks now, Blackie. This time I've got you on a murder rap you'll never beat. You're coming with me.
Oh, no, not again. Put that gun away.
Blackie, come back here. I'll shoot.
Then go ahead and shoot. I'm going into the bedroom and lie down. I'm tired and mostly of you.
Blackie, so help me. Open that door. I'll let you have it. Unlock that door, Blackie.
I can hardly wait. Who did I kill this time, Inspector?
Teddy Pascal, alias Oscar Wolfe.
Teddy Pascal, huh? I knew I'd seen that face somewhere before.
Oh, then you admit you went to see him.
Sure, I saw him. What did I do? Forget to pay admission?
You threatened to kill him, Blackie, and you did.
Did that puff-brained sidekick of his hear anything I said to Wolfe?
He not only heard it, wise guy, he made a recording of it, every word. That's why I'm taking you in for the murder of Oscar Wolfe.
Sorry, Inspector, but I have other plans.
The only thing you'll be able to plan from now on is a jailbreak, chum, because I've got the goods on you this time.
Oh, Inspector.
All right, Blackie. I gave you the warning to open that door. Blackie. Blackie!
Yeah?
Oh, what's the idea of scaring me like that? No, I missed on purpose. But next time I won't. And on purpose. Open up.
Okay.
That's better. Come out with your hands up.
I ain't done nothing, Inspector. Honest,
Sure, do you mean to tell me I've been talking to you?
Yeah, me.
Where's Blackie?
Well, a minute ago, he all of a sudden got tired of conversing with you, and I tailed it out the back way.
Now back to Boston Blackie. When a woman who later identified herself as Janice Larson tried to commit suicide, she was stopped by Mary Wesley, Boston Blackie's girlfriend. Blackie discovered that a man named Oscar Wolfe was the cause of the woman's difficulties. Wolfe, it seems, had also been making trouble for Shorty, Blackie's longtime friend. So Blackie saw Wolfe, threatened him, and left. Later, Wolfe was found dead. And when Inspector Faraday began to investigate, he found that Wolfe's assistant had made a recording of the conversation between Wolfe and Blackie. Faraday went to Blackie's apartment to make an arrest, but Blackie escaped. It is late the same afternoon, and Blackie is sitting on a park bench with Mary.
What are you thinking about, Blackie?
Not what I ought to be thinking about at a time like this, in a place like this. You'll forgive me, won't you, Mary?
Well, all the same, we aren't just going to sit here and count daisies, are we?
No. I've been doing some thinking.
About what?
About what saps we were to fall for that Lawson woman's story. On account of it, I've had to duck Faraday's cops for hours.
But, Blackie, it seems so real.
If the story she told was real, why isn't the woman real, too? There's no such person as Janice Lawson, a telephone book or a city director.
Well, then she just gave a false name under the circumstances. I don't blame her.
She's tied up with Wolfe's death. In fact, I have two theories about Wolfe's murder.
Two?
Shorty and his underworld pals were considering some kind of action against Wolfe.
Oh, you don't think Shorty and his friends might have killed him?
I hope I'm wrong. But until I find Shorty, I have to think so.
Yes, but you said you had two theories.
My other guess is that Janice Lawson's attempt at suicide was a phony, and the beginning of a plot to frame me for Wolfe's murder.
Oh, darling, what makes you think so?
Isn't it just a little more than coincidence that Oscar Wolfe was killed a few hours after I threatened him?
Well, yes.
And isn't it peculiar that Wolfe's dumb assistant makes a recording of everything I said?
But you said he was just like an overgrown kid with a new toy.
Well, all I know is Faraday's going to hunt through this town till he finds me if he has to start using a vacuum cleaner. And I have to find Mrs. Lawson before he finds me.
Blackie, Mrs. Larson had a Hazelton purse.
Oh, that certainly helps.
Well, of course it does, silly. Hazelton purses are custom made by the B.J. Hazelton Company. I don't think they make more than 40 or 50 a year.
Say, if we can describe Mrs. Lawson's purse, the Hazelton Company might tell us where we can get a hold of her.
I should think so.
Well, come on. Let's get down to Hazelton's. You may have the answer there,
Oh,
Mary.
Blackie, you think so?
If we can get some information on the bag, this thing may be in the bag. Fourth floor, please.
So far, so bad, huh, Blackie?
Well, we found out from Hazelton's that just 2 people bought a bag like the one we described, not 20.
Yes, but the first woman we went to see wasn't our Mrs. Larson.
Then this has got to be.
What if it isn't?
Well, let's not even think about that.
Here we are, apartment 411.
Cross your fingers, Mary. This had better be it.
They're crossed so hard they ache.
Ring the buzzer.
What a wonderful way to spend a beautiful Wednesday evening.
Yes?
We'd like to speak to the lady of the house.
She isn't in.
Hey, don't close the door just yet. We'll come in and wait.
She's out of town. She won't be back for a moment.
Thanks. In that case, we won't wait.
Oh, Blackie, what are we going to do?
I don't know. Well, come on.
Maybe we better go back and ask to see a picture of that woman.
Say, Mary, did it seem to you that that maid at the door was nervous?
Yes, I noticed that.
She should be. She is the woman we're looking for. She's Janice Lawson.
Blackie, you're right. Of course you are. I wondered why she almost closed the door as soon as she saw us.
But I got a good look at her before she did.
And I see now how she got her expensive clothes in that Hazleton purse. She borrowed them from the woman who lives in that apartment.
And she picked your building and your floor to stage a suicide. She was hired by someone planning to kill Wolfe. The whole thing is a frame.
But then Shorty didn't kill Mr. Wolfe.
Shorty may still be mixed up in this some way.
Hey, let's go back and talk to that maid.
Oh, no. No. I'm leaving her alone until tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? Thursday?
Thursday, my sweet. That's maid's night out.
Hi, Blackie.
Get in the car, Mary. Too bad you didn't get back sooner. I was just listening to the police on the radio. Guess what? After 2 days, they're still looking for me.
I'm so surprised. Move over.
Convenient instruments, auto radios.
Oh, the maid is in that drugstore, and she's doing just what you thought, Blackie. She's telephoning. She knows that we've been following her.
Close the door. She may come out in a minute and drive off.
Okay. I got close enough to the telephone booth to hear part of what she was saying. She's going out to meet her friends, and she has told them that you were following her.
Well, this is working out better than I thought.
Oh, Blackie, no, it isn't. They apparently told her to let you follow her. Now set a trap for you.
Perfect. I'll ride right into it.
Oh, no, Blackie, no, you can't.
No, I'm pretty sure I can. Don't you see, Mary? If that maid is leading me into a trap, she also is leading me to Oscar Wolfe's killer.
And also to an early grave.
Maybe, but cemeteries are so pretty this time of year.
Oh, Blackie, they'll be waiting for you. You don't know when or where. And now that they know you suspect them, there's no telling what they'll do to you.
Look, Mary, I'm glad you're worried about me. I wouldn't like it any other way. But unless I follow this girl, I'll have Faraday following me the rest of my life. Now, that's a repulsive thought.
Well, if you must trail this girl, then call the inspector and have him go with you.
Mary, if I called Faraday, I'd have to go with him. But you're right about the danger. Honey, I think I'd better solo from here on.
But Blackie, please, will you get Faraday?
Why do you think I left my own car at home and rented this cream-colored jalopy? I don't want Faraday near me.
Please don't do this, darling.
Honey, I have to. Now, be a good girl and go home. I'll call you as soon as I have this thing cleared up.
Oh, Blackie, you're such a fool.
Go ahead, Mary. Please, a fool, then, huh? Out?
I'll say I'm getting out. Oh, my goodness. My purse, I dropped it.
Oh, you dropped your purse? Wait a minute. I'll come around and pick it up for
I
you.
can pick up my own purse, thank you.
Well, better do it quickly, then. Our girlfriend, the maid, is coming into the drugstore.
Blackie, please, will you change your mind and call Faraday?
Not a chance. I won't call him, and he has no way of finding me.
No? If I were you, Blackie, I wouldn't be quite so sure.
Oh, brother, another red light.
Give me a lift, bud.
Sorry, I'm
Thanks. Don't yell for no cops, or this gun will go off in your middle.
Well, you came along sooner than I thought you would.
You gotta go, Light. Get going.
Sure. Okay, where to?
Just keep following that car.
With pleasure.
And with me. Go left at this crossroad. I got a gun on you, see?
I'd rather watch the road than the rod. Joke.
Glad you told me. And it's a cop car in back of it. He can't want us, but don't give no signals when he passes.
Signals? You mean like dropping my handkerchief?
Hey, step on a brake. That cop is cutting us off.
How unfortunate.
Hey, what is this?
Says we have company.
Okay, Blackie. Don't try any tricks. I got a gun on you.
Inspector Faraday. Why, everybody has a gun on me, even my little playmate here.
Grab him on the other side, Monahan.
Got him? Why do you go with me? I got a permit.
Sure. Come on, Blackie. You and your partner are going down to headquarters.
Not till I finish what I started.
You were finished when you killed Oscar Wolfe.
I didn't kill Wolfe, and thanks to you, my one clue to Wolfe's real killer got away.
No stalling. Come on.
Look, Faraday, give me 60 seconds alone in this car with my pal here, and I'll find out who Wolfe's killer really is.
And have you drive away? Nothing doing.
All right, here. Here are the keys to this car. Ignition and everything.
I don't know why I listened to you, Blackie.
Because if you don't, you won't know anything.
Let me out of here.
Oh, no, pal. Oh, no. You and I are going to sit here and play patty cake. Faraday, you and Monahan take a little walk, will you?
What are you going to do?
Give my pal here 20 seconds to tell me where I can find Wolfe's killer.
What if he won't talk?
He'll talk, Faraday, or it'll be a week before he can move his jaw again. That mug said Wolfe's killer was at 47 Willow Street, and this is 47 Willow Street. All right. Let's open the door.
How did you do that?
It was extremely difficult. I turned the knob. Wait a minute. The adhesive tape is coming off my knuckles. My pal's jaw was a little hard.
Look, if that door was unlocked, we're not on the trail of any killer. A killer doesn't hide out in an unlocked house.
He may have been expecting someone, you know.
You?
Yes. He expected me to be following a girl named Janice Lawson.
Who's she?
The girl I was following. And not for the reason you think. She probably screamed when she heard the siren on your car.
Janice?
Shh. What did I tell you?
The voice came from that room there. Let's go.
Not so fast.
Janice?
Unless he thinks it's Janice, he may duck out the back way. Come on. Up to the door, quick.
Who's there?
It's Janice!
Come on in.
Okay, Faraday, let's go.
Janice, what's the
All right, don't move.
Hey, what is this?
Hey, Faraday, look who's here. It's Jeter, Oscar Wolfe's secretary.
Oh. Hey, Inspector Faraday.
Well, aren't you going to say hello to me? Or did you expect me to arrive with less official company?
What's this guy got to do with killing Wolfe?
Check on Wolfe, and you'll find he was the boss of a very high-paying racket.
I've already checked. He was hijacking drugstore supplies and selling them to anybody who'd take a chance.
And this guy, Jeter, wanted to boss the racket himself.
He's too dumb for that.
I wouldn't hurt Mr. Wolfe. It was nice to me.
Don't start putting on that act again, Jeter. No dope could have planned to frame me into Wolfe's killing as well as you did. First, you sent that Lawson girl up to Mary's apartment house to pretend suicide. Then to tell me a phony story so I'd come down to see Wolfe.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I do. When I fell for your trick, you made a recording of everything I said to Wolfe. It was just about cinched the case against me. When what you had on that record sounded like condemning evidence against me, you shot and killed Wolfe.
You don't make any sense.
It seemed kind of funny to me that you'd have a record of Blackie's voice. It was too pat. I don't say this proves you killed Wolfe, but you're coming to headquarters for questioning.
Don't yell, Jeter. Just say, come in. Let's get behind the door, Inspector. Quick.
Come in.
Peter, something awful has happened. Blackie stopped following me, and I had to duck some
Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I? You owe me $500.
I never seen you before in my life.
You never saw me before. You hired me to put on an act in that apartment building for you so you could get Boston Blackie into your boss's office.
That's it, Faraday.
You fool, why didn't you keep your mouth shut?
All right, lady. You too, Jeter. You're coming down to headquarters.
Still only for questioning, Inspector?
For answering, Blackie, to a charge of murder. I know when I've found my man.
My congratulations, Inspector, for the brilliant way you found him.
You seem very happy tonight, Blackie.
I'm a little puzzled, though, Mary, and worried.
Worried? About Shorty.
No. I found Shorty. He and his friends had nothing to do with Wolfe's death. And the reason I couldn't find Shorty before is that he was looking for me.
Well, then what are you worried about?
The way Faraday managed to find me when I was trailing the maid's car, he's getting too smart.
Oh, Blackie, I'm afraid I have a confession to make.
A confession?
Uh-huh. You remember when I accidentally dropped my purse?
Accidentally?
Well, it wasn't accidentally. I dropped it so that I could use my lipstick to write the word Blackie on that nice cream-colored car of yours.
You mean I drove down the street with the word Blackie written on the side of my car in lipstick?
Sure. Don't you like Blackie in lipstick?
Well, maybe, Mary. But that's getting it the hard way.
And a bullseye of 100. 150 points. Let's see you do better than that with 3 dots, Monahan. Go ahead, toss them. 50, 30. On the line, almost a bullseye, but it's only 75.
What's 75, Inspector Faraday? Twice your IQ.
Who said you could come into police headquarters, Blackie? Get out of here.
Faraday, you tried to escort me in here yourself a dozen times.
What about it? Get out of here now, I'm warning you. One of these dots will go wild.
How many points does it count if I catch it between the teeth?
What do you want, Blackie?
You, which shows how easy I am to satisfy.
Okay. Monahan, get lost. We'll go on with our game a little later. I better be alone with this guy.
Talkative guy, that Monahan.
What do you want, Blackie? Come on, I'm busy.
I've come down here to make you a very happy person, Inspector.
Well, leave now and you got what you came for. Now get away from that target. 30?
On the line, Faraday. It's only 10. Ever hear of a guy named Bellows?
No. 50.
Lucky shot. Sam Bellows, a cripple.
I never heard of him. Is that all you came down here for? 75. That's better.
That's awful.
I suppose you can do better.
Then you? The answer is yes, no matter what you might be referring to. Give me the dot.
Now, 3 is all you get. Then you get moving, you hear?
I think you'd better get down and see this Sam Bellows, Inspector.
Oh, you do, and that's nice of you. Why?
Because he's dead. Bullseye, that's 100.
So he's dead, so what? So he probably died of natural causes.
That's true enough. There's nothing unnatural about dying when you've been murdered. Bullseye, 100 points more.
Bellows has been murdered? How do you know that? Come on, talk.
Sure, Inspector. You see, I killed him. Bullseye.
Now back to Richard Calmer's Boston Blackie. Enemy to those who make him an enemy, friend to those who have no friend.
How many more times do I have to tell you, Faraday? I killed the guy.
You expect me to fall for a story like that?
I'm beginning to see why I have to solve so many cases for you. You won't even believe a confession.
All right, Blackie. What's the trick?
Faraday, someday you'll be arrested for impersonating a police officer. It's no trick. I tell you, I killed Sam Bellows.
Where's the body?
Now you're getting smart, Inspector. In an old brownstone house at the corner of West Boulevard and 110th Street.
All right. I'll go have a look.
You mean we'll go have a look?
I'll go have a look. You'll go get lost. You're wanting to go with me is some kind of a gag, and I'm not falling for it.
My, how times have changed. You're usually trying to catch me for doing something I didn't do. This time I confess to a murder, and you want to get rid of me.
If you don't get out of here, Blackie, I'll arrest you for... I'll think of something.
After you found Sam Bellows' body, Inspector, maybe a reason to arrest me will occur to you. Mary, that's probably Charlie Kingston. Let him in, will you?
Oh, of course, Blackie, sure.
Come on, Happy.
Hey. I suppose he's happy, but what is he?
Down, Happy, down.
Where did you get your sidekick, Charlie?
Oh, look.
At a kennel or a stable?
Look out, Blackie. Now he's going to jump all over you.
Nice boy. Down. You're going to have my right arm just as soon as I'm through.
Down, Happy. Good boy. Down.
Oh, Charlie, what is that?
A dog.
If that's a dog, what's a horse?
I'll admit he's a little large, Blackie, but he's harmless.
Harmless. He tried to devour us before we were even introduced.
Oh, no, Mary. He was just making love to you. Happy's a very strange animal. Pays no attention to me or to anyone else he knows well. He only likes strangers.
Well, introduce us to him quick before we're stampeded.
Maybe I better put him in the kitchen.
Good idea. Oh, close the hall door, will you, Blackie?
Sure.
Come on, Happy. Nice boy.
Oh, wait a minute, Charlie. The kitchen door opens out. Will you pull it towards you?
Okay. I hope you don't mind this Happy plays in here, Mary.
Of course she doesn't, Charlie. She wants a new kitchen anyway.
Go on in. Go on.
What kind of a dog is that, Charlie, besides big?
We'll talk about Happy later. I want to know if you saw Sam Bellows.
His house is impossible to break into, and he wouldn't see me in any normal way, so I went to Inspector Faraday and told him I had killed Bellows.
What?
Blackie.
Don't worry, he didn't believe me. He wanted to investigate, but he wouldn't take me with him, so that idea is wasted.
Maybe you went too far.
Can't we talk about something besides murder just before dinner?
I'm sorry, Mary.
Oh, well, this is just before dinner, isn't it?
Forgive the delay, Mary. You can have anything your heart desires at any restaurant you name.
Oh, wonderful. What are we waiting for?
Charlie, isn't a girl in love supposed to lose her appetite?
Well, that's the way I always heard it.
Mary, how you must hate me.
Come on, Rollins. Haven't you cut through that door yet? Come on, let's hold you up.
This is just an acetylene torch, Inspector Faraday, not a 20-millimeter tank gun. And this is a steel door.
Yeah. Now I know why Blackie gave me that cock and bull story about killing this guy, Bellows.
Why?
There's probably no such guy as Bellows. We rang every bell we could find, and nobody answered.
And why did Blackie say he killed him?
There's something in this house Blackie wants, and he figured he could steal it right under my nose once he got inside.
What made him think you'd get him in?
He knows I chipped my way barehanded through a brick wall to pin something on him.
Maybe nobody answers the door on account of everybody inside is dead. Maybe Blackie wasn't lying.
All right, that'll be enough out of you, Rollins. Get busy with that blowtorch. I want to...
There she is, Inspector. Now we can walk in. Door hasn't been opened for a while.
Well, somebody lives here, all right. There's a light at the end of the hall.
Spooky, John.
Ah, you've been to too many movies.
Hey, look, that's somebody.
Hey, you.
Didn't hear you.
Hey, you.
Guy's either deaf or dead.
I told you saw too many movies. Hey, you.
Just keep walking down the hall.
Well, he's not dead anyhow. Maybe he's a zombie.
You've been to the movies once or twice yourself, Inspector. Come on, let's go after it.
Hey, you. What's the matter? Can't you hear?
Hey, wait a minute, you.
Grab him, Rollins.
I got him.
What are you looking so startled for? We called you.
Hey, Inspector, I was right. Guy's dead.
Yes, you're right. Hey, you. Can't you talk? Look, like this. I move my mouth. Talk.
Deaf and dumb, Inspector.
I got it. Give me a pad and pencil.
Sure.
I'll write notes to this guy, and he can write back to me.
Here. What if he can't write?
Then I'll make him your boss. Get lost, will you, Rollins? Have a look around and see what's in the rest of the house.
Sure.
All right. You and I are going to have a little spelling bee. Can you write? Oh, never mind. I'll just write out a question and see if you can write the answer. Does Sam Bellows live here? Now, take a look at this. Well, I hope a nod means yes. You'll have to write this answer, though. Who are you? Here, now you write. I am the maintenance man, but I know nothing. You want to see Frank Lewis, Mr. Bellows' financial advisor, or Larry Addington, his nephew. Okay, I can remember that. Don't look so pained. I'll pick the paper up off the floor before I leave.
Hey, Inspector Faraday.
What's the matter, Rollins?
Come here, quick.
Okay. I don't leave here, you. As if you could hear me. What's up, Rollins?
Here's something that ought to be sort of interesting, Inspector.
Well, Blackie's confession was the truth, huh?
Sam Bellows sitting in his big red wheelchair with a knife in his chest. Sort of dead, too.
Sure is. And I've got Blackie sort of dead, too. Right.
Well, thanks, Mary, for a wonderful evening. You're sure you don't mind if I leave Happy here in your apartment overnight?
Oh, of course not, Charlie. He's a lovely dog. And he seems to like it there in my kitchen.
Well, thanks. Mary. And thanks for the wonderful evening, too.
And thank you for the wonderful dinner.
And thank me for just tagging along, I suppose.
Oh. Now, I am not expecting anyone.
Well, let's see who you're not expecting.
Alas, it is my secret lover. I confess all. Oh, come in, come in. Yes?
Hello, Miss Wesley.
Inspector Faraday.
Some secret lover.
Blackie here?
Yes, come in. He was just leaving.
Well, the pleasant part of the evening is over. You're here, Inspector. What do you want?
You, Blackie?
Mary's got a priority.
Thank you, sir.
Faraday, this is Charlie Kingston.
How are you?
How do, Inspector? I think we met on the phone several weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. So you did.
I hope you enjoyed yourself this evening, Blackie, because it's the last fun you're going to have for a long time.
Why, are you resigning from the force?
I'm arresting you for murder, Blackie.
Now, who did I kill?
Sam Bellows.
What?
Blackie, you said you didn't see him.
I didn't.
Oh, no, of course not. And how'd you know he'd be found dead?
Was he?
He was. Come on, Blackie. I'm taking you down to headquarters.
Faraday, don't be stupid. And put that gun away.
I'll put it away when you're tucked away. In jail. Come on.
All right, Inspector, you win. But let me get my raincoat, will you? It's in the kitchen.
Oh, no, you don't.
But all I want to do
Go
is
into the kitchen and duck out the back way.
But,
huh?
Inspector, I promise
I'll
you...
get your raincoat for you. Which is the kitchen door?
Blackie, Happy is in.
Yes, I'm happy about the whole thing, too. Don't worry, Charlie.
Oh, so everybody's happy, huh? That's fine. Now, which is the kitchen door?
That one.
Now, don't move, Blackie. I still have a gun on you.
Yes, teacher.
Hey, get down! Get down! Hey, somebody get this horse away from me! He's knocking me down! Get this dog off me! Where's the trunk?
So long, Faraday. I'm leaving.
Get me out from under this face-licking pony!
What? So you can arrest me for murder, huh? Nothing doing. I'm leaving, Faraday. But I've got an idea, though. Fight him. At least that's news.
And now back to Boston Blackie. For a reason he chose to keep to himself, Charlie Kingston, Blackie's millionaire friend, asked Blackie to do anything in his power to see and talk to a man named Sam Bellows. Unable to break into Bellows' home, Blackie came to Inspector Faraday with a story that he had killed Bellows in his home and should be taken to the scene of the crime. But Faraday suspected Blackie's confession was a trick and went to Bellows' home alone. There he found Bellows, murdered. Faraday then tried to arrest Blackie for murder, but Blackie, as usual, escaped. It is early the next morning. As we return to our story, Blackie and Charlie Kingston, dressed as policemen, are climbing the steps of Sam Bellows' house.
Are you sure we'll get by the policeman at the top of the stairs?
Look at your clothes. We're policemen, too, remember?
Won't this police guard recognize you?
Not with a visor and my cap pulled down.
Good morning, boys. Inspector sent you to relieve us?
The relief men are coming up in a few minutes. Faraday sent up a special detail, okay?
Sure. Go on in.
Come on, Charlie.
All right.
Hey, wait, I'll open the door first.
Thanks. Who else is here?
Only Thompson. He's upstairs.
Okay, thanks. Well, that wasn't hard, was it?
No, but I'm not used to this sort of thing.
You'll live longer if you don't try to get used to it, Charlie. Let's have a look around.
What do you expect to find?
Something that will lead us to Bella's murderer and take me off the spot.
Well, let's hope we find it.
Say, Charlie, look at this crumpled paper on the floor.
Yeah. Seems to be a note of some kind.
Let's have a look at it.
There seems to be two different kinds of handwriting on it. As if one person were asking questions and the other answering them.
Faraday wrote the questions. I know that scrawl of his anywhere.
Who wrote the answers?
Someone who calls himself a maintenance man. He says he knows nothing, but mentions a financial advisor named Frank Lewis and a nephew, Larry Addington.
I see.
Faraday obviously met someone here in this house who could neither hear nor talk and had to write everything down.
I suppose this information is useless, though.
Not at all. A nephew and a financial advisor might be a perfect combination for a murder. I think I'll go up and see that advisor as soon as we're through here.
Someone's coming in the front door.
Probably the relief guard.
Now, that special detail you sent's in the house now, Inspector Faraday.
Oh.
Special detail? What are you talking about?
Oh, this is fine. Come on, Charlie, out the back door.
What if there isn't a back exit?
Well, in that case, we'll get up speed, put our heads down, and make one.
Yes?
Frank Lewis?
Yes.
I'm Special Police Investigator John Jones. You were Sam Bellows' financial advisor, weren't you?
Yes, I've had one visit from the police this morning, Inspector Faraday.
I told him everything I could.
Faraday sent me back to ask a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Well, I mind because I'm busy, but I suppose there's nothing I can do. What else do you want to know?
More about the will.
I told Inspector Faraday everything I know. The night before last, Bellows changed his will. Formerly, the entire estate was to be left to Larry Addington, his nephew, with the exception of $5,000 to Ben Atkins, the deaf and dumb handyman in Bellows' home.
Who did the new will benefit?
Atkins again for $5,000, but instead of the remainder of the estate, about $100,000 being left to the nephew, Bellows chose to leave it to some charity, a dog and cat hospital.
Any reason for doing this?
Just so his nephew wouldn't get it. Cigarette?
No, thanks.
Don't mind if I smoke.
Of course not. You say the will was changed the night before last, and Larry Addington, the nephew, was cut out. Did Addington know this?
I don't see how it was possible. Bellows and his nephew seldom spoke to each other.
Then it's possible, isn't it, that Addington killed his uncle thinking he'd get his money?
Possibly. He's in constant trouble living above his means. He needs money.
Say, you smoke more of a cigarette than I thought.
Why do you say that?
These cigarettes in this ashtray here. I doubt if they've been puffed more than 2 or 3 times.
Oh, they were left there by a client of mine who was here just a few minutes ago.
Nervous, huh?
Very. Look what he does to paper matches. Takes the ends and rips them up the middle. Is there anything else I can tell you about the Sam Bellows matter?
Yes. Where can I get in touch with Larry Addington?
Larry lives at the Baker house.
Thanks.
You think Larry might have killed his uncle, believing he was still mentioned in the will?
Yes, I do. And I have an idea that you're a little leery of Larry yourself.
You have to stand still, Mr. Addington.
Well, hurry up, will you, Martin?
I'm trying to hurry, Mr. Addington, but I can't take the coat. You don't stand still.
I don't like to stand still. Oh, we're going to be interrupted again. Come in.
Tom, I told you not to...
Larry Addington in here?
I'm Larry Addington.
Good. I'd like to talk to you.
Some other time. I'm busy having a fitting. Did my man let you come in here?
Please, Mr. Addington, stand still.
Where do you intend going in that tweet, Addington? To a racetrack?
Your opinion is uncalled for, and so is your presence.
Here, Mr. Addington, how do you like the way the coat hangs now?
Well, I guess it's all right.
Why all the new clothes, Addington?
Anything wrong with a few new suits? Since my uncle was killed, I'm rich.
Are you?
Yes. I want to look the part of a man who's just come into a fortune.
Well, look the part if you want to, Addington, but you haven't come into a dime.
Wait till you read the paper.
Wait till you read the will.
My uncle left his money to me. Mr. Martin.
Yes?
Don't just stand there. I don't have all day.
Oh, I was interested in this man's remark about your uncle's will.
What remark?
Forgive me, but he said...
I said Addington here was completely cut out of his uncle's will.
What? That's not true. I saw my uncle's will last week.
Well, you should have seen it last night or the night before last, just before he was killed.
He changed it?
He made a slight amendment, Addington.
He cut me off?
Without a cent.
How do you know?
I just talked with Frank Lewis. He was your uncle's financial advisor.
Why would he tell you anything?
I have what you might call a slight interest in your uncle's murder.
You aren't suggesting that
If someone had suggested to you that your uncle was going to change his will, you might have killed him before he had had a chance to change it.
I didn't know his will was going to be changed.
That'll be hard to prove.
Well, just try to prove I killed him.
You know something, pal? That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Hello?
Charlie, this is Blackie.
Yes, Blackie. Mary said you were going to see Bellows' financial advisor and the nephew, Addington. How have things worked out?
All right so far. I just left the nephew.
Is he your man?
I don't know. He thought he was going to get his uncle's money, so he might have killed him. The person we've overlooked is the deaf and dumb handyman Faraday found in the Bellows house when he discovered the body.
How could he be involved?
He was left $5,000 in every will Bellows wrote. He might have discovered that Bellows had cut the nephew off and killed his employer, thinking maybe suspicion would be all on the angry nephew.
Well, I suppose a man of his means would kill for $5,000, wouldn't he?
Charlie, there have been murders for 5 cents. I think I'm going to get some more dope on that handyman.
Blackie, you can get back into Bellows' house. Faraday will have his policemen checking everyone who comes within a block of the place.
I know it. I've been ducking Faraday so much today, I'm getting stoop-shouldered. Is Mary there?
No, she
I thought I could send her into Bellows' house as a newspaper reporter. She could get by Faraday's men with dark glasses and a new hairdo.
I know where you can reach her. She just left here to take Happy down to the Mayfair Dog Hospital for a general checkup.
Oh, thanks, Charlie. I'll go down there and meet her. Maybe I even belong with the dogs after the way Faraday's been hounding me.
Something I can do for you, sir?
Yes. Is there a young lady here with a rather large dog? She brought him in for a checkup, I think.
No, there isn't.
This is the Mayfair Animal Hospital, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, I guess I got here too soon. Mind if I wait?
No, not at all.
Is there a chair or a bench around
Perhaps
here?
you'd like to wait in my office.
Oh, thanks.
This way. Think that chair will be comfortable?
Thank you.
No, I think I've seen your picture in the papers.
Strange what papers will do for news sometimes.
Yes, you certainly look familiar. I'm Seth Peters. Cigarette?
No, thanks.
Mind if I smoke?
Not at all. There isn't by any chance another Mayfair Animal Hospital in town, is there?
Not that I know of.
Mary and Happy must have been delayed on the way down here.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Oh.
Do you, always do that? Huh?
Do what?
Take those matches and tear them.
Nervous habit. I try to break it, but I can't.
Oh, I see.
Would you mind pushing the ashtray over this way?
Of course not.
I'll put this cigarette out.
How's your friend, Frank Lewis?
Who?
Frank Lewis, the financial advisor.
I don't know any Frank Lewis. Why do you ask?
That cigarette of yours makes me ask.
My cigarette?
Something wrong with it?
Why, no.
You put it out rather suddenly.
Oh, I never take more than 3 or 4 drags.
And you don't know Frank Lewis?
Oh? Does he have the same habit?
No, but you're lying when you say you don't know him. He has a client who does the same thing with matches and cigarettes. You.
Well, no. Here.
Lewis said Sam Bellows left his money to a dog and cat hospital. I think if I looked at Bellows' will, I'd find that it was, this place of yours.
I don't know about that.
You said you didn't know Frank Lewis, yet you were up in his office this morning.
It's not true.
The ashtray in his desk was filled with torn matches and cigarettes barely smoked. You own this place?
Yes, I do. That doesn't mean a thing.
It means plenty. It means you killed Bellows for his money and then went to Lewis to collect. The fact that he denied you'd been there makes him part of the scheme.
Just because I own this place, you think I killed Bellows, huh?
It'd be worth your while.
Well, I don't own this place. I merely front for the man who does.
All right, who's the real owner?
Frank Lewis, he's the man you want. Didn't even know Bellows was dead until Lewis called me to his office this morning.
Come on, Peters. You're going down to police headquarters.
But I tell you, I didn't kill anyone. Lewis did. He forced Bellows to change his will night before last, then killed him.
Set that story to music, Peters, because when we get to police headquarters, you're going to sing. Well, I guess that's about all there is to tell, Mary. When Peters got through talking, Faraday had Lewis in jail.
That clears up everything, Blackie, except why you wanted to get in to see Bellows in the first place.
Because Charlie here asked me to.
I didn't know it was going to get you into such trouble, Blackie.
Oh, I don't mind trouble, Charlie. But I do like to know why I'm getting into it. You never did tell me why you wanted me to see Bellows.
Well, Bellows was an engineer in one of my plants a few years ago. He disappeared with some important blueprints. For business reasons, I had to find Bellows and recover the prints quietly. I thought it would be best to come to you.
Well, we certainly had a quiet time of it, didn't we?
Hey, let's not forget that Charlie's dog helped solve this case.
Yes, I suppose Happy did have a share in this, didn't he?
Sure. I think Inspector Faraday should give Happy a medal.
Or make him a member of the force.
Oh, Blackie, don't be silly. How could Happy be a police dog? He doesn't even begin to look like one.
Secret Service.
Ooh, yikes.